My name is Beatrice Boakye-Yiadom. I'm the Grants Manager for the African Women's Development Fund. I am talking to Mawusi Nudekor-Awity, who is the Executive Director of NEWIG. Recently, AWDF undertook an evaluation of its Economic Empowerment and Livelihood Program. Mawusi was part of the discussion. And this afternoon, we want to talk to Mawusi and find out how her organization has been engaging with women's livelihood at the community level and bringing them up to the micro and macro levels. Mawusi, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Mawusi, in what areas of economic empowerment and livelihood has NEWIG been engaging?
NEWIG has been looking at more of enterprise creation and business management, technical skills, and managerial training courses for rural marginalized women. And so far we've trained over 6,000 women across the country. We're looking at women who have either started their business but not going too well due to some lapses, and those who have not started anything at all. Those who have not started anything at all, what we do for them is to do some needs assessment and know exactly which area they think they want to go into. And then we take them through the vocational skills training in eco-friendly products such as toiletries and cosmetics, textiles, beads, jewelry, and many others. And then we train them in how to manage those businesses to grow them into viable and sustainable businesses. Basically, that is what I can say.
AWDF has been looking at moving women, especially at the grassroots level, from one degree of income earning to the other. And one of our key issues has been on how to move women from livelihood to income creation, to wealth creation, to employment creation. Your organization has been doing some work around that. What kinds of experiences do you have around that?
Oh, we have great experiences, enormous experiences. For the past 10 years, we've been involved in that. And what we do is to take them through the process of how to grow that business from that small level to a higher level. And so what we do is to take them through a lot of customer care, how to do record keeping, how to do your purchasing, and all those things. And then having access to markets, which is very important. Fortunately, with the support of AWDF and another organization, we're involved in a capacity building training in Canada, where we went and did a livelihoods and markets course. And after that course, we realized that yes, we've done a lot of training for women, building their capacity in technical skills. What next? To let the business grow is to link them up to the markets. And a lot of people are looking at the export market, but it is not that easy. And it's not one certification. It's a very big challenge, very cumbersome and very capital intensive. And we realize that the base of the pyramid, I mean, there's a lot of market there in the country, locally. There are lots of people who don't know much about these shea butter product centers, which is very good for people outside. And if the outsiders know the value, then how about those of us inside? So we have gone around educating people, letting them know that shea products are very important. They are very good for the body. It moisturizes the body, and then it's good for the hair. And the value, it's used to do so many other things. So this is what we are educating people on, and then supporting the very women that we have trained, supporting them to have access to markets in the big cities, because we find most of them in the small rural areas, and marketing their product is a big problem for them. So we link them up to buyers in Accra, where when there are exhibitions and bazaars and fairs, we support them, get stands for them, and then invite them to come and exhibit their products and sell their products, and then get buyers who order for them in bulk. Fortunately, we sent a proposal to AWDF asking them to support us to open a main sales outlet in Accra. And luckily, that proposal has been approved. We've been given some grants, and we're looking for a bigger place in Accra where all the people that we have trained, they'll bring their products down to Accra. And they'll have a central market where people who are interested in organic products would come and be buying. And it will be a source of markets for these very people who have a big challenge selling their items down the villages.
Being able to access markets means that you should brand your product, you should market it properly, you should increase your production. But do these women have capital? One strategy that has been touted around is the use of microcredits for women. Is microcredit the way to go?
Yes, certainly. Microcredit is the way to go. You know, these women don't have collateral to go to the bigger banks to go for money. And these banks are not looking for starters. They are looking for people who have already made it. And most of these women don't really have the money. So the best way to go about that, to support them to scale up their production, is to let them have access to microcredit. And I always say that AWDF is, to NEWIG, is like our bed where we get the comfort from. They have pushed us so far. We started from a very small beginning, and through the grants and capacity building courses that we've enjoyed or benefited from AWDF, we've come this far, and we have decided to go into supporting these women to have access to microcredit. This year we're lucky again. The support of AWDF, we attended a course in Uganda for us to think about how to develop a resource mobilization strategy document. We went through the process, we did the thinking, and we finally came out with a resource mobilization document. That was something that without AWDF we wouldn't have been able to achieve. We achieved that, and we came out with the document and we circulated it. Fortunately, we had an organization in India, Khan Foundation. They got hold of our document, and we started corresponding through the emails. And last week they sent down one of their representatives in charge of the micro credit section. He came down, and we had discussions, and it was agreed upon. They told us the system that they used and brought about success stories, and so we agreed that when they go back with discussion with their chief executive, they would sponsor some of our women to come to India to understudy them, and then we would start one in Ghana. And they made us aware that what really worked well for them was that the women themselves would contribute their monies, like the way we do it in Ghana, the Susu form, and that one will be used as loans by the members. And that is what they'll use to tackle their basic needs. And then after that, when the microcredit itself starts, the women would actually use it to run their business. We tried it, and the pilot one is working well. And so we think that going on a bigger scale would help. And I believe that without microcredit, I mean, all the work that we're doing wouldn't really grow.
Thank you very much, Mawusi. So Mawusi's organization is one of the many organizations that the African Women's Development Fund has been working with in an effort to expand the income earning base of African women. At the African Women's Development Fund, we believe in moving women from the micro level to the macro level. And therefore, we are investing in women to move them from livelihood issues to employment